seems you have stumbled upon a siedmannsoltes video. Today I'm going to be telling you guys 5 things I learned in college. Be sure to watch until the very end because I think the 5th and last final tip is the most important in terms of what changed me the most in my college career. The first thing that I have on my list is family is important. You guys might hear that and think, well, duh, Shedman, obviously family is important. One of the most frustrating things for me back in high school was I felt like I was doing a lot. I had a lot on my plate, but I also felt like nothing was ever good enough. That was an immense stress on my part. But then when I went off to college, I think my parents sort of realized how much I actually did in the family, how much I did for the parents, for the siblings, just to help out on my side as well. I think I also got to appreciate what my family really meant to me and what my parents did to give, me and my siblings a better life. 2 is that grades do not matter as much as you think you do. I know, kind of controversial, right? In high school, I was always the kid who really treasured the fact that I got like all A's. I had really great grades. When I got to college, I sort of realized that grades really don't mean anything because there were definitely classes throughout my college years where I got great grades, but in terms of my learning, it definitely did not reflect that. So something that I want you guys to take away from this tip is, yes, of course, you should still try and do your best to just learn the information, because I think learning should be first and then your grades will follow. If you learn the material, if you know the material, your grades are going to reflect how much you learn the material. At the end of the line, it should not matter that you got a B on your homework assignment than getting that A. Alright, the third and probably one of my favorites from this list is I learned the art of being alone. So what I mean by this is I have always been a relatively shy person, very introverted even today. But in high school, I think I was sort of get into my own in terms of who I was and my personal identity. And I sort of got out of my shell a little bit, which is definitely a good thing. When I hit college again, you had so much space and time to occupy. It's crazy. It's definitely an adjustment. I learned that it's really not possible to be with your friends 24/7. If you didn't want to be hanging out with friends or your friends didn't want to do anything, you just have to be alone. I learned how to really enjoy my own company, and guys, once you get to that point, it is such an amazing feeling. I learned to just enjoy my personal hobbies, learned to self-reflect, learned to really just love myself more and more throughout these past 4 years. That is such a great thing for personal development that I think I definitely would not have been able to achieve if I did not go to college at all. It's definitely freeing to have that option of not always needing company to enjoy life. The 4th thing I have on my list is kind of it is that time literally does not exist. Time is such a construct. Time is just like a space you occupy with activities, right? If you're the type of person to sort of feel like you're always out of time, like you never have time to hang out with friends, you feel like you never have time to do your work, try to sort of look at other things in your life that is occupying that said time. Like, my personal opinion is that I think there are very rare cases where somebody literally physically does not have enough time in the day to do everything they want to in college. I think most people are spending their time on different things that they don't even realize that is actually taking away from things that they want to be spending their time on. If you guys don't believe me, and like, this is a disclaimer, please use me as an example. I was able to start 2 businesses. I was the president of my a cappella group for 2 years, a member for 4 years. I was able to start my music career officially in nursing school for 2 years, 4.0 semesters, graduated summa cum laude, and I was able to do all of this on top of the schoolwork and just the normal degeneracy of being in college. A lot of it starts with the mindset that you do have enough time in the day to have everything. And if you guys want me to talk about any productivity tips in the future or time management tips in the future, just let me know down in the comments. I'll be able to put that out for you guys. And now the 5th and final tip for everybody watching is that everything is temporary. And I think it's one of the most enlightening things that I learned. I mean, it's tough out here, it's life. Like 4 years doesn't seem like a lot in the long term, but coming from high school and finally being on your own when you hit college, that's the first time you really get a taste of what independence is. You're going through such a crazy time. This idea that everything is temporary definitely helps me, at least, to cope with the lows, knowing that just because I feel really, really bad right now doesn't mean it's always gonna last. And then when I'm having my highs of really just feeling on top of the world, being able to not take that for granted. I'm definitely glad I learned this tip now, because these highs and lows, this is not something that just happens in college. This is the rest of life, man. This is the long game now. These are the 5 tips. If you're a freshman or you are an upcoming freshman about to go to college, that you have the most amazing time. It's definitely going to be the most fun years of your life if you actively pursue that. Don't be so afraid to put yourself out there if you are an introvert like myself, because everybody is going through the same thing as you. Everybody's nervous, everybody's excited. If you guys like this video, you guys are gonna love my channel. I make a lot of vlogs, crazy things going on in my life, so be sure to check out my other videos, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button if you guys liked it, do all that YouTuber stuff that you guys hear all the time, and I'll see you guys in the next video.